These books right here wrecked me in a way that I never thought possible. So let's go ahead and talk about why these books left me emotionally shattered. I will preface this by saying that these destroyed me in the best way possible. All of them are 5 stars. Before we get into it, make sure to subscribe if you like bookish content as much as I do. And also, let me know down below what books you've read that you still haven't recovered from. The first 2 books are The Assassin's Blade and Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. So this is technically book point 5. The prequel to the series is Assassin's Blade, and then Kingdom of Ash is the last book in the Throne of Glass series. If you have read the series, then you already know. I don't need to explain anything to you. But if you haven't read the series, also no spoilers here, something happens in this book that will absolutely destroy you in the worst way possible. Still a 5-star. Loved it, but this book will eat you up and spit you out. And it was so unexpected. I was not prepared. I read this book first in the series, and just know when you read this book that you need to be prepared. And then obviously the last book in this series, Kingdom of Ash, I don't think that I will ever recover from this book. I finished this in September of 2024, and September of 2024? It's 2025. No, that's 2023. I finished this book in September of 2023, and I think about this book daily. This is my Roman Empire. The deaths that happen in this book are uncalled for, absurd, break me up. They wrecked me. I'm getting teary-eyed right now thinking about this. The people who die is so rude. So rude. And then add on top of it everything that Aelin has to go through in this book. Oh my God. It was brutal to read. The sheer amount of pain, endurance, and sacrifice that our female main character has to go through in this novel it's rough. But it's so good, but it's rough, you know? Like, everything I say, have it with a caveat of, but it's so good, but it's brutal. Oh, I also want to add that this book definitely has given me trust issues. And then add on top of this book the fact that it's the last book in an 8-book series. It's so hard to leave your friends. Like, literally, everyone in this book feels like my friends. And I had to just finish this book and be done and just leave them behind and never talk to them, hear from them, or hang out with them ever again. That alone is enough to make a girl cry. I honestly don't think that I will ever get over this book or the series. This is, without a doubt, hands down, my favorite book series that I've ever read. Nothing has compared to this book series. Next is Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. I finished this book in October of 2023. This book completely caught me off guard. I was not prepared for the death that occurs in this book, and I did not see it coming at all. It happened so quickly, yet had such a huge ripple effect on the characters and the story and the plot and just everything. I remember I was listening to this book on audio, and I was listening to it in the car on my way to my pottery lessons, my pottery class. I didn't know, it came out of left field. I wasn't ready. I wasn't expecting it. And I had to sit in my car and go into class late because I was sobbing. Even after finishing this book, I just keep thinking about how unfair it was and how quickly it happened and how much of an impact it had on Elizabeth Stott, our female main character, just how deeply it impacted her and her life. This was more than just sad for me. This was like the type of loss that sticks with you for years and years. I still think about this to this day, and it hurts. It hurts me. I have not recovered. But again, 5-star book, so good, highly recommend. Okay, I think I just had a really good reading year in 2023 because all of these are from 2023. Next is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I finished this in, again, November of 2023. The way that this book ends, I was not prepared for. I just remember finishing this book and just sobbing. The love that the 2 main characters felt towards each other was just so innocent and raw and real. For what happened at the end to happen just breaks my little tender heart into a million pieces, and it just hit me in a way that I couldn't shake for a while. I did read book 2, and it does wrap things up pretty nicely and has somewhat of a satisfying ending for some of the characters. That's a whole other story. But even though like things get wrapped up, I still think about the way this book ended, and it just chewed me up, spit me out, and then stomped on me. 5-star read. Highly recommend if you haven't read it before. Finally, the last book that I wanted to talk about was Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. Again, I read this book in November of 2023, so I don't know what was going on with me in 2023, but I was reading devastating books. This book absolutely destroyed me. I've read Onyx Storm. I've read the new release that came out earlier this year, and it continues the story in a way that is nice, and it left me feeling content at the end. But this book, I am somehow still recovering from the emotional pain that I endured from this book. There's a specific part that I'm talking about in this book that made me feel this way and makes me feel this way, and is also the reason I can't reread this book, is because of that scene / portion of this book. And when I was reading it, I had to physically put it down because I could not take it. I also was just crying so hard that I couldn't read the words. I couldn't see the page. So I had to take breaks in reading it. It was so hard to read, and that similar instance in here also happens in the Throne of Glass series. Like, obviously not the same and quite different, but still kind of similar. And both of those have given me like trust issues, because now I don't know what's real. I don't know what's fake. Whenever I read a fantasy or romantasy, I'm always like wondering if what I read in this or read in that is going to happen again, and it keeps me on the edge of my seat, and I will never recover. And then to add on top of that, the end of this book and just the unknown of what the heck is gonna happen next, it was a lot, and I still haven't recovered. Thank God for Onyx Storm, though. That book left me feeling so much more content than Fourth Wing and Iron Flame did, and while I understand there's still some things up in the air, I feel better in general. Yeah. Again, 5-star read, but I will never recover from it. Phew. I don't know about you, but I'm tearing up. Okay. Those are it. That is all I'll be talking about in today's video. I am sure that there's more that I could come up with that have destroyed me, but these are definitely the ones that stick out to me and just have left a lasting impact. Again, I already said this a million times, but all of these are 5 stars, so I do highly recommend them. Just maybe be prepared for what you're getting into. Okay, maybe you can see her a little, but Willow has joined us for the end of this video. I do just want to say that it's crazy how much these books can make you feel, like how much power these books have to make me feel the emotions that I feel, and to devastate me and to destroy me in the way that they did. It's crazy. And while it does hurt to experience some of these emotional roller coasters, you tell them, Willow. While it does hurt to experience some of these emotional roller coasters, I'm in total awe of the way that these books and stories have left a lasting impact in me in my life. I do believe that these are the signs of a truly remarkable book if it's going to leave such an impact. Okay, that's enough. I don't want to cry today, so I'm going to move on, but let me know down below, what was the last book that you read that you still haven't recovered from, and how long ago was it that you read it? And again, before I leave you, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you made it to the end of the video and you still haven't subscribed, then what's going on? I also have my Instagram, Goodreads, TikTok, all linked down below if you are interested in staying more up to date in my life or just getting book reviews sooner than I'm posting here on YouTube. Definitely follow me there. Wow. That was a lot of thoughts. You just have to stay with me, Willow, because your dad's in a meeting, okay? Okay. Alrighty, friends. I think that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.